everyone. Welcome back to Sisters Corner. I'm Anita, and as always, I'm here with my gorgeous sister.
Hello, everyone. My name is Esther, and we are so happy to have you back on our channel. So, today we are going to talk about health concerns. This is a topic that's quite close to both of our hearts because we have gone through some health concerns that we will share with you today. And we've come across a lot of difficulties and challenges as a result of that. And we definitely believe that can cause a lot of vulnerability for you as a single parent.
This, as single mothers, we tend to neglect ourselves a lot, even when we are sick, when we are poorly, because we have a huge responsibility on us. We overlook it. We go to work. We have to be there for the kids. And it's even harder when they are in school.
Yeah.
Because when you are sick, you have no one to fall on. You need to get yourself ready and get the kids ready for school. It's actually a hard thing to do. And the fact that when you are sick, you don't attend to your needs as a sick person, it makes it tough.
It does. You see a lot of people go through a lot of things.
Yeah.
And it's great. I mean, I'm not saying that going through something is great. However, when you've got someone to fall back on or rely on, knowing that they've got you and they're able to kind of like take some of that responsibility away, it's easy.
Oh yeah.
But when it's just you,
it's hard.
It's really difficult. I have been through certain situations where I've had to end up in hospital, thinking about who's going to take care of my children whilst I'm in hospital. I remember once I went to hospital because I couldn't walk on my leg. And I was saying to the doctor, I'm going home because I need to go and take care of my children. And the doctor said to me, okay, get up and walk, go home. I couldn't walk. They had to force me to stay in the hospital overnight. And the following day, I just wanted to get back home so I could be with my kids. Yes, you can get somebody in an emergency to take care of your children.
But it's not going to be a long-term thing, is it?
It's not.
Yeah.
And I think some people don't see that part of becoming a single mother. I mean, even if you've got a partner, it's difficult. So imagine
doing it on your own. It's difficult. Yeah. I remember there was a time where I was anemic. I had blood tests done and the call came in as an emergency from my GP. They were like, you need to come as soon as you can. And as soon as I finished my school runs, I went in there. Doctor was like, I'm sending you straight into hospital. And I'm like, wait. You can't just send me straight into hospital. I'm a mother of 3. I need to go back and sort out childcare before I can actually go into hospital. And I remember that day, even though I went to the hospital, I came back home without seeing the doctors at the hospital. I came back home, got the kids ready for bed, and I didn't even go back to the hospital.
Yeah.
I discharged myself. I didn't go back to the hospital. I went back the next day after I had done school runs. So that is how bad it can be. Your life is on the line, but you're still thinking about who is going to look after your kids. And people don't seem to understand that as a single mother, you face all these challenges. And its impact on the children as well, because you are not able to give in your all. If you are sick, how are you able to give in your all to your kids? You can't. You try and act strong. You pretend you are strong to be able to, do certain things for them, like getting them food, making food for them in the morning. If they are in school, at least their lunch is sorted out. But when they come back home, you still need to get some dinner ready for them, get them ready for bed, and the cycle continues.
Absolutely.
So it's really hard. And I think this is a call for help, that as a single mother, if you know anyone who is a single mother, please be kind to them, because they are doing things or hiding behind smiley faces where there are stories that are untold. If you should sit down and have a one-to-one conversation with a single mother, I tell you, it's going to be an emotional one.
I agree. And I think one thing that people, again, do not talk enough about is the mental health aspect.
Yeah.
Because that's all part of the health concerns.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that we have touched on mental health, at some point, but this really lends itself back to it.
Oh, yeah.
And especially at the beginning, when you are going through a relationship breakdown.
Yeah.
And as we said, sometimes you feel so down, you cannot even get up to get your kids ready
for school. Yeah.
And as a mental health nurse, you've seen
I've
a lot of
seen
this,
it,
you've
yeah.
experienced a lot of it. So I'm going to leave that to you to kind of like delve into that a little bit deeper.
Yeah, in my line of work, I have met patients who the very day they are admitted, they want to go back home. They're like, I need to see my kids. When am I going to see my kids? When am I going to be discharged? And as a mother, when I have these interactions with them, I imagine myself as them.
Yeah.
Because that is how hard and bad it can be. I have actually found myself crying because a patient, you could tell they were squashed in a box. They wanted to get out of that box, which is their mental state that they were in, and the condition that they were in. A part of it were their children. They were thinking about their children, and because of that, they are not interested in anything. They don't, although you explain to them the pathway to recovery, they tell you, look, that's going to take long. I must be there for my kids. Yeah. And I do understand them, because I can't imagine myself being in hospital and then being away from my kids. When I'm away on holiday, it's different. It's different because I know I would definitely come back to them. But if I'm in hospital, I don't know how my treatment is going to be. I don't know my recovery is going to be. So it's hard.
It is hard. I've experienced something like that before, and that was really difficult. So I remember I first had health issues during the time that we had like relationship breakdown. And I remember going to, phoning in for appointment to go and see the GP because my leg, I couldn't walk. And I went there and they said, you need to go straight to the hospital. So they did a letter for me to go to the hospital the first time. And I went. At that time, we've just broken it up. Yeah. So I called the kid's dad and he came over to look after them and things like that, which was fine. But a few weeks later, I had the exact same issue. And at that time, we've gotten to a point where communication was not as great as before. So, I knew that I had to go back to the hospital. And so when they were going to their dad, I packed all their stuff and, I put them in a bag for them and stuff like that. I didn't even say anything to the children and they went. And later on, I had to call to let them know that, look, I have been admitted to hospital again and I'm not coming home. And then, their question is like, when are you coming back? And you're like, oh, I don't know, because you don't know how long it's going to take, is it? Yeah. And it's really difficult. It's really difficult being away from your kids like that.
Yeah, it is. You find yourself thinking, so what are they doing at this time? Yeah. What food are they eating? Even their clothes. I'm someone who, usually if I have to leave my kids with my mom, I even have to sort out their clothing because my mom, although she can dress them well, but it wouldn't be to how I want it.
Yeah.
So I want to sort out their clothing and everything. So yeah, if you're away from your kids in such a situation, it's really hard on you.
It is.
It's really, really hard. And another thing is when you are in such state, you neglect yourself.
You do.
Yeah, you neglect yourself.
Your health always seems to kind of like become a back burner for everyone else because you put your kids first. You want to make sure that they are okay. And so even when you are ill, and now I know, the reason why I get what I get with arthritis and things like that. And so I know that when things are starting to flare up, there are certain things that I have to do to make sure that I don't get myself into that situation or going to hospital. However, some of these are just inevitable and it will happen and you'll get into hospital. So it's really important that you are taking the steps to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
To not neglect your own health.
Which is very important because if something should, I know the kids are everything. We are thinking about them, but then we also need to think about ourselves first. Because if there is no you, where are your kids going to be? So you need to think about yourself.
Yeah.
Look after yourself, and then you can give in your all to your children.
I 100% agree.
So to our fellow single mothers out there, you are doing a great job. As hard as it is, we all understand that you are doing a great job. Don't let anyone look down on you because you are a single mother. You are phenomenal and you are amazing. You are there for your kids when no one else is there. But please look after your health first. And most importantly, your mental health.
Yes. Do not neglect your health. If there is something that isn't going right, you know your body best. Take the rest that you need. Seek medical advice so that you don't end up having to need long time in a hospital and thinking about who is going to take care of your children. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and we can't wait to see you again next time. Bye.